Mike Jones Beats.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama waiting. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. The conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah. Why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's it? Why am I always off scammers over here? I'm off sinners. How y'all doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, yo, check this out. So, I just want to be really clear on this. We're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. If you want to be in roll call, get your comments in now. I want to be clear about something. Be extremely clear about something. Pay attention. I want to talk about this whole clout chasing shit because I think this shit is at an all-time high at this point. I think people are trying to figure out ways to clout chase that are not going to get them killed. And I think that there's other people that really don't care about it. And I want to have a discussion about this. Not just the instances of clout chasing that I'm going to bring up. I hope you guys could bring up some clout chasing incidents and we could discuss that also. The two incidents that I'm going to be talking about specifically is, if everybody don't know, there is a rapper named, I think his name is Goonew. He's from the DC area. He was recently killed, I think like 2 weeks ago or some shit like that. And what's crazy is like he was killed 2 weeks ago and they didn't bury him yet. So that's like, there's that. Anyway, so they had him at a club last night apparently. His corpse. That's right, you heard me. That has corpse at a club and everybody was partying. I want to know what y'all guys think about that. I want to discuss that. And another case of clout chasing that I think is absolutely not as bananas as that, but it's like, what the fuck? Is that we have a dude, I'm going to play his audio, and he's basically talking about why he paid to go to a Foolio concert, and the whole reason why he was going there was to sucker punch Foolio, apparently. Yeah, so that happened. So I want to have a discussion about that. So I said at the 5-minute mark, I got like 30 seconds left, so I'm gonna wait to the 5-minute mark and then we're gonna do roll call. I thought I was gonna have more to say. I thought that was gonna take a little bit longer than it did. How's everybody doing today? Can we drop some frost in the chat? How's everybody doing today? Can we drop some frost in the chat? That's like, drop some frost in the chat. Let's do roll call. Shout out to Jason Elliott. Also, can we hit that like button, please? Hit us, send us some notifications. Shout out to Jason Elliott. He says, morning, folks. When I first read that and shit, I was thinking Porky Pig. I'm just saying I was. Maybe because you said folks. I have no idea. Shout out to Jay Hodges. He says, morning, BBN fam, Jack Frost. And he's dropping all of those rules. Shout out to the business. He says, I'm going to up you those rules. And I'm going to drop you not just those rules, but a whole bunch of other different types of rules also. Shout out to the business dropping all of those rules. Jason Elliott says, missed last night's show, but caught the replay. That was a great conversation. Yeah, we was talking about, I wanted to have a conversation about, because I really want to start having conversations about cinema just in general. I know we do a lot of hip-hop conversation over here, so I think people believe that this is primarily a hip-hop channel. But not for nothing, hip-hop just took off in the mainstream media to the point where, since there was something that we were discussing, we kind of got deluged by the news and followed a lot of their specific storylines on Earth. So what we're going to start doing now is, I think that I want to just start actually covering things that I like more. Because a lot of these things that we're covering isn't even shit that I like. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't even get my heart into it. I don't like talking about Black Death. And I don't like talking about some of these rappers because I don't even think some of their fucking music is good. I talk about them when things happen, but I don't want to, I don't have, like, there's certain rappers that I wouldn't talk about them unless I was just telling you about some incident that they just got in where they almost lost their life. I wouldn't be talking about them because they did good music. You understand what I'm saying? So I also want to start opening up our channel back up, not opening it up, but get this chair. What the fuck is going on over here? Get this the channel open back up to different conversations. So I appreciate that you like what we talked about last night. We're gonna try to keep it up. Jay Hodges says hit that like button, get out the notification. Jay Hodges, best ideas on earth. Shout out to I Love Productions. I Love Productions constantly talk about they work for ESPN and they don't work for ESPN. It's all cap. You gonna send me that? You gonna send me that link yet? You gonna send that stuff to my email yet? I Love Productions. You know that shit you was talking about for like the last. You don't gotta send anything. I'm just saying you didn't have to say you was gonna send something if you wasn't. Shout out to you though. Anyway, with that being said, he says good morning, Frost, or is it? Because we can never tell what people like him is talking about. If they telling the truth or they lying. It might be a bad morning. With that being said, I'm going to get right into this. There's certain things that black people just don't do because you just shouldn't do it. And it's not just black people that don't do it. It's all types of people that don't do it. We're just loud about it. I'm going to say that again. There's certain things that black people just don't do. Now, I'm not saying we're not the only people that don't do it, or we are the only people that don't do it. There's other people also. It's just generally speaking, we're really loud about the shit that we don't do. You want to know something that we don't do? Hang around down dead fucking bodies. We don't party with dead people. What kind of time is that? What up, Katie Kansas? Happy Monday, Frost, BBN fan. What up, Ming E? Salute, Jack. What kind of Ming E is like, I don't like my storyline. You should see what your storyline flesh out to be. I'm telling you, it's going to be dope, man. You better believe me. It's going to be dope. A ton of people said they didn't like this storyline, right? A couple of them allowed me to flesh it out, and they loved it. You should have seen when I first said about the 10 pin. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. We don't party with dead people. Like, this is just not something we do. We might have saw a dead person and might ask you if you want to see it. That's something black people do. You know, you do want to know what we don't do? We don't party with dead people. So apparently there's a rapper named Goonew who died. They draped his body up in the club, threw music on, and had the club open with people inside partying. At this point, we have to decide if we're gonna start pointing out these things, or we just gonna keep pretending like this is just all fun and games. At some point, you're gonna have to make a decision. At some point, you're gonna have to make a decision. Is you here for this type of demonic shit? Or if you're gonna decide, you know what? That's evil. That's not bad at this point. We're not doing something that's bad. I'm going to explain something. You know what's bad? I'm going to tell you what's bad. When you're driving a car and you have a difficulty staying in your lane. That's bad. You know what else is bad? When you're shooting a jump shot, but you keep doing your wrist wrong. That's bad, right? You know what isn't bad? Killing the person. That's evil. You know what else isn't bad? Taking a person's fucking body to display it to the public and party. That's not bad. We got to stop lowering our standards. We got to really stop lowering our standards. I'm going to talk about this Foolio shit too. But I wanna put up a poll. I wanna know who wants to go to a club that got a dead body as the host. Dude, Weekend at Bernie, yo. I'm gonna explain something. This is just me talking, right? There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on right now. Right? There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on right now. Satan is here. Satan is here at full force. I'm gonna explain something to you. So I was watching something and I saw somebody saying, if God is good, why does he allow for bad things to happen? I'm gonna explain something to y'all. I don't think people truly understand what the greatest gift of all is that the Most High gave to us besides his everlasting love. Let me explain something real quick. And this isn't a Bible thumping show, but I want to explain something real quick. The one thing he gave us. One of that, remember, he loves us. That's why Lucifer's so pissed, right? He gave us free will. We have free will. We have free will. That's our big defense against Satan. That's our big defense. We have free will. He can't force us to do anything. We cannot be forced to do anything. Pay attention to the people in your life that's trying to force you to do things. God doesn't force you to do anything. He gives you the choice or the option. Because free will is the most important aspect of a decision. That's the most important aspect. So with that being said, if you go into an event like that, you're participating in something that you might not even know you're participating in. They might be doing some shit that they don't even know that they doing. Because there's no way in the world they show the people's eyes. I'm not showing y'all because it was creepy. Somebody had a fucking phone in there filming it, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. They was showing the people eyes and the way they was looking at the dead body. I think they was like, if you really into spiritual shit, you would assume they was collecting niggas' souls that night. If you into spiritual shit, that's what you would assume. That's what I would think a spiritual person would probably say. That's just my opinion. Because if you see those people's eyes, it looked like they was having an experience. And you see people on the other side dancing. But it's a dead body on stage being held up on some kind of board like this. Like, what kind of time is we on? Like, is niggas really clout chasing that hard? Like, is that all the world is about now? Who could clout chase the hardest? This man passed away, and if that was something that he put in his will, you ever see them people that be having the people at the card tables and stuff like that after they passed away? I don't agree with that. That's creepy and weird. What the fuck are you doing? But these niggas is at a literal party at a club. We got 13 votes in. We got 23% of the 13 people says, oh, I'm supposed to say who, but it says how. Who wants to go to a club where a dead body is the host? 23% said so far said yes. I don't know. I don't know if those are I don't know, because you know people just be pressing anything on our jump off. So I just put the question up. You could put whatever you want. If you don't want to vote, you don't gotta vote either. Obviously. We have free will. Like, what the fuck is niggas going to shit like this for? Like, that's demonic, man. Yo, that's demonic. Okay, so has anybody heard about this, or am I the only one telling y'all about this? I don't like showing shit. Right. Let me see if I got the clip. Yo, am I the first one telling y'all about this, or y'all heard about this already? What up, Arthur D. Glass? He says, Happy Monday, family. Boom. Am I the first one dropping all of those rules? Am I the first one telling y'all about this, or y'all heard about this already? I always get so much footage, and then I just... Alright, I don't got it on this phone. It was on social media. I don't know who had it up. I couldn't. I tried to get it. I probably tried to get it and couldn't get it. What up, D Candyman? He says salute Frost. Also, I just want to say something. If there anybody that want to talk to me and I haven't called you, please don't feel like you can't contact me. Anybody could contact me. I was talking to somebody the other night and I had to tell them, like, you know, you could contact me, and it was like, oh, you know, especially if we are on good terms, there's no reason that y'all can't contact me. Y'all could contact me. D Candyman says, salute. New York Silver Stacker says, I seen it this AM. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Jason Elliott says, first thing on my IG this morning. Prince Tuamir says, good morning, everyone. Jay Hodges says, first time for me. Prince Tuamir drops a cash app. He says, let's drop 5 to 10 $10 drops a cash app. Should we do Saloon this morning? I tell you what, if we get a drop in the next 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to do Saloon this morning. If not, we're going to hold it off for maybe tonight. But we'll do Saloon this morning. Saloon in the morning comes with like breakfast and morning stories, by the way. At night, we have night stories. So if you want to show up to the Saloon at night, then, you know, it is what it is. Prince Suamir says, don't be cheap. Hit the like button. It's free. Ming E says, hit the like button. The business says, I've seen people sit their dead bodies in the chair at a funeral instead of a casket. Yes, that's creepy as hell. And once again, if they're just putting them in the chair, I'm not for that. But I'm like, all right, whatever. These people had the dead body in a club with the music blaring and niggas in the background dancing with a whole group on that side just staring, looking at the body like this. Do I look like I'm getting younger? Do I look like I'm getting younger? Whenever I get happy, I get younger. So I might be getting younger. Whenever I start feeling really happy, I start looking younger. I might be getting younger. Shout out to Jay Hodges. Pulling up to the saloon. He says $5 for the content. He pulls up to the... What did the 5 fingers say to the face? He pulls up to the saloons. As Jay Hodges walks into the saloon, everybody is looking around. It's a nice little morning. The sun is coming through the trees. I mean, the trees. You don't want to know what I was about to say. The sun is coming through the window. He looks upstairs. He sees all the ladies. They're blowing kisses at him. They're like, woo-hoo-hoo. They're happy. He pulls up. He goes over to the bartender. The bartender says, what would you be having this morning? He says, let me get a muffin with some cranberries and some blueberries and some sarsaparilla. Shout out to Jay Hodges pulling up early in the morning with some sarsaparilla muffins. I mean, with some sarsaparilla and muffins. It's a nice warm day outside. You can see all the haters across the street. That's a soul taking event, homie. Tell me when I'm wrong. The people was in the photo like this. Who else saw it? Am I lying? Who else saw that shit? Ming E says, first time hearing about this. Where did this happen at? DC. Shout out to the artist formerly known as an Andre. He says, just drove into the saloon complex. Guys, I'm pulling up right now. Wait, I called that one now? Yeah. Shout out to Sebastian T. Tompkins. He thought he was first, but he was wrong. Shout out to Sebastian with all the enthusiasm. He busts through the saloon. He says, first, you rat bastards. As he looks through the saloon, he sees nothing. All he sees is the people that work there. And then all he sees is Jay Hodges as Jay Hodges spins around in his seat and looks at him and says, no, son, you are second. Shout out to Sebastian T. Tompkins coming up in the saloon like, oh, shucks, I thought I was going to be first, the rat bastard. If you find it, DM it to me. If anybody find it, DM it to me. I'll look and see if I feel comfortable showing it on the show. Yo, that's bananas. Like, this isn't a situation, just so we could be clear, that they're like at a funeral and they just have the whatever sitting up and it's like at a card table. This isn't that. These motherfuckers literally had the body on the stage, propped up over everybody on like some ironing board shit. What you mean you're bad? You good? That's just the story for you this morning, my dude. Thanks for showing up. I've had fun. I was fun. I'm very happy you put first. What the fuck? When y'all do drops, I of course I like getting money. But when y'all do drops and we do in a saloon, like I'm usually having a good time. Shout out to Nick the Quick with the $10 drop. He says, what's up, my dude? Nick the Quick walks into the saloon. He sees Sebastian Tompkins still standing at the door, saying, I was trying to get here first. Nick the Slick slithers past Sebastian Tompkins. He's doing the whole pimp walk. I would love to show you. I showed y'all before, but I don't got a lot of room. I could, but I'm not going to do it. He does the whole pimp walk. He walks into the saloon. He looks at the bartender. He rests his elbow on the bar like this. He looks over at him. He says, hey, is the ladies ready? The bartender says, they're ready. Then he looks at Sebastian T. Tompkins and says, son, this is what you want to be first to. He grabs a bottle of champagne and he says, send up some orange juice. Nick the Slick headed upstairs to the ladies. He said, I'm going to be first to something, you rat bastards. All right, look, listen, pay attention. I don't know about anybody else, but if you tell me there's a party where they're going to have a dead body hanging out, I don't feel like going. I don't consider that a party. Now, we're going to celebrate, dude. We don't need his dead body there. Why and how? Is that a fair question? Shout out to the artist formerly known as an Andre with the $5 drop. He said, let's get it rolling quick. Artist formerly known as an Andre comes into the saloon. As he walks in, he's all the way thinking he's secret covered because he has a whole plan to make these. He want to right all of the wrongs of the world. The artist formerly known as an Andre comes in. He puts his what's that shit that I was just talking about? The counting machine, the Chinese counting machine. He has like 3 Chinese counting machines. He puts them all on the table. He starts calculating. He asks for 2 glasses. He asks for 1 glass with extra sarsaparilla, and he asks for another glass of water. As he comes over, he starts pouring the glasses. He starts doing his calculations. He starts pouring the right measurements in each glass so he could get the perfect sarsaparilla taste. And then he finally gets it to where it needs to be. And then he throws it back, and he says, perfect. And he pours out all of the rest of the beverages that's left. Shout out to an Andre doing all of his. Shout out to the orderly formerly known as an Andre doing all of his calculations. Oh yeah, I'm not going out. What in the hell? Crime scene. I'm not the police. I don't want to go to a crime scene. Oh, the news, I guess. Crime scene's a place for me to be. But other than that, like, I'm not trying to go there if I'm not I'm not trying to go there to be part of the festivities. You understand? Why in hell? I promise you, if you tell me, yo, I'm going to this party, I'm going to this club, we're gonna be partying with a dead body, I'm gonna start reevaluating our friendship. I promise you. I'm gonna be like, how long we been cool? You been into this? Do you plan on, sex in the body? I need to know what you plan on doing with this dead body. Like, what's going on with this? I'm not going, by the way. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be all you tonight. But what do y'all plan on doing with the body? I need to know. Like, no, I don't need pictures. Just tell me. All you got to do is tell me. I'll believe you. I'm not going. Also, I know we said we were gonna be playing basketball, but we might not be. I might have different things to do every Saturday from now on. I might not be able to make it to the gym. We gotta reevaluate our friendship. What the fuck is you talking about? You hanging around with dead bodies? I ain't on that type of time. How was you on that type of time? What in the hell? Niggas is bananas. Like, is anybody really on that type of time? That ain't it, by the way. They did that on an episode of HBO Max 1. On an episode of what? Southside? Wait, what did they do? Party with a dead body? Because people, I don't know, man. Look, exactly. They did it on television. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes when I see shit on television, that makes me understand how bad it actually is. Because you got to understand, a lot of times we doing shit we can't see from the outside. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why also a lot of times when you feel like somebody has wronged you, remember, you can't see from the outside. Never forget that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I forget that a lot. You understand what I'm saying? But try not to forget that. People can't see from the outside. They don't know. They don't understand. You understand? A lot of times you got an issue or a problem with somebody. It might be a long-standing issue. That person might be like, you know what I'm saying? That person might be mad at the thing that you did because of the thing that they did. So every time they tell the story, they just talking about what you did, your reaction to what they did. You know what I'm saying? So they out there just tricking the shit out of people. That's just a fact. I'm not going to no party with you telling me a dead body is going to be there. I'm like, thank you for letting me know in advance. Yo, you going to meet me there? Yeah, sure, not a problem. What day is the body going to be there? I'll be there the next. I'll be there the day after the body. Not a day sooner. That's when I'm pulling up. I ain't got time for that. All right. Did y'all hear about the Foolio situation? Who heard about the Foolio situation? Anybody heard about the Foolio situation? Put it in the chat if you heard about the Foolio situation. 31. We had 26 people voted so far. 31% of y'all said y'all would like to go to a club where dead body is the host. I mean, I'm not mad at you. What do you plan on doing to the body? I mean, that's my only question. Like, you got plans for the body? You making jerky? Like, I want to know what you plan on doing to the body. For real. That shit is crazy, man. I'm not going to no party with a dead body. This shit is crazy. If you believe, I'm going to say it like this. This real quick. If you believe in God, you should 100% believe in spirits. You should 100% believe in demons. Maybe they aren't what we think they are, but you should 100% believe that they exist. Maybe we don't know what they are, though. You understand? Maybe we are confused with what they are, but they 100% exist. Shout out to Ming E. He says, shout out to Ming E with the $10 drop. He says, let me see how the saloon goes, Jack. Ming E is already in the saloon. For everybody that don't know, Ming E came into the saloon. He's dressed up as a geisha. A geisha is a Japanese geisha. See, I'm gonna explain what a geisha is real quick. We know a geisha to like being what they consider to be whorehouses, but the way that the Japanese present geishas is geishas weren't necessarily to sleep with everybody. Geishas were just for the very, 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 very special clients. So anyway, Ming E is in the saloon. He's dressed up as a geisha. He has a whole beard. You can see the beard. He has a whole beard. He's dressed up like a geisha. He's upstairs as Jay Hodges. Not Jay Hodges. Who the fuck is coming upstairs real quick? As Nick the Slick is coming upstairs, he looks at Ming E. He's like looking at all the looks. He's like, oh man, I want a piece of that. Or the other ladies swarm him because Nick the Slick is a favorite. All the ladies swarm him. The geisha, she has her like her fan like this. As Ming as Nick the Slick tries to get closer, he fans the fan. The fan lets out a little bit of powder. The powder gets on to Nick the Slick's face. Nick the Slick gets intoxicated. He gets a high. The ladies drag Nick the Slick off into the other room. As the ladies drag Nick the Slick off into the other room, Ming E then picks the lock of the room that they locked the door to, because they locked the door when they were in. Ming E picks the lock as Nick the Slick is inside the room getting sexy stuff happening to him and he's half knocked out. Ming Lee starts going through all of his personal possessions. Ming Lee is looking for somebody. Shout out to Ming E pulling up to the saloon and all of the ass backery foolishness that is. What are you talking about? You just knocked dude out. You did some dope shit. No, you're not gonna sleep with no men, okay? We're not doing that. Just so we can be clear. We're not doing that. And you're already in the saloon. So that means that when somebody else comes into the saloon, that means you're already active. You're in the saloon. So pay attention how this works. You're in the saloon now. So when somebody else comes into the saloon, they can interact with you. Boom. Copy? Pay attention to how this works. It's the long game, homie. It's the long game. Shout out to Jay Hodges with the $10 drop. Jay Hodges know how this goes. Jay Hodges is. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna get back to the actual conversation because we have to talk about what we're talking about for a little while. I can't stay in the saloon too much, but we're gonna call the Jay Hodges drop in a minute. Listen, pay attention. People said whoever voted yes is a weirdo. Yeah, people just vote anything on my polls. Our polls ain't but so serious. But if we get more like you guys that's making honest votes, then we'll start using our polls to do other things, like put them up on social media and other platforms and stuff like that. When we start, but we gotta get more people like voting sensibly, less people voting to be jokey. If too many people voting to be jokey, that means that I can't use it. Like, I can't post it on Instagram like BBNNETWORK thing. You understand what I'm saying? Can't do that. Okay, I don't want to tell the whole storyline of what I want this season of the saloon to be. But in this season of the saloon, what we were trying to do is I want to have the Pinkertons. We don't have no Pinkertons yet. We have one Pinkerton. I forgot who it was. Is Jay Hodges the Pinkerton? We have one Pinkerton. But basically, I want the Pinkertons to come to the saloon, and they're going to be looking for people. So therefore, we can engage with more petty wars. What's going to eventually happen, Ming E, is you're a secret agent inside the saloon. Eventually, you're going to start fighting people, and we're going to figure out a way to do that. Also, just so you know, people have supernatural powers in this particular universe, as people that have seen previous iterations of the saloon know. So people have supernatural powers, and usually the supernatural powers kick in when people do higher level donations. But people have supernatural powers. There's all type of wizardry. There's all type of magic. There's all that shit exists. We even got a robot that travels from the future to the past. All of this shit exists. So just be easy. You just knew. That's it. A lot of the best storylines is taken up. I'm creating a whole new season. Creating a whole new season. I'm gonna give you a dope character. You a fucking secret agent, my nigga. Don't worry, it's gonna work out. A lot of people didn't like their storyline. I'm creative though. Also, you just knocked somebody out and went through their wallet. You're doing an investigation. You can't tell. Well, if somebody else comes upstairs, like they are about in a minute, Jay Hodges, you're gonna be doing more of an investigation. Don't worry about it. I got this. We're gonna call that drop, but we're gonna call that drop, and I'm gonna give somebody else an opportunity to do a drop if they want to catch up with them. But I want to talk about actual content for about 2 or 3 minutes before we call the next saloon drop. So Foolio goes to a concert. For everybody that don't know about this, Foolio goes to a concert, and then there's a dude that basically says that he went into the concert with the explicit purpose of punching Foolio in the face. Like, what's up with the fucking clout chasing? I hate fucking posting people that's been clout chasing. But hold on, here we go.
You feel me? I just wanted to beat on you. I did it out of love for my nigga. You feel me? That's what I meant in the last shit. I did it out of love. I beat you out of love, bro. You feel me? For my nigga. That's it. You feel me? That's.
Okay, first I want to be clear on something. He sucker punched him. Let's just be clear on that. Could we stop acting like a nigga did good when you hit a nigga when they not looking, or you hit a nigga when they down? Like this is what we doing. Like this is what I mean by integrity. Like if you punch a nigga when he's not looking, you can't then talk tough like you tough to me. Like I'm not saying you're not a tough person. I'm just saying you can't use that as an example. You could be the toughest dude in the world, but if you hit niggas when they not looking, what the fuck is tough about that? So what the imagine? Listen to what the clout chasing has done to a nigga's mind. Yo, I punched this nigga when he wasn't looking. And he knocked him out. Hey, that nigga pussy. How? Can somebody explain that one to me? How is that nigga pussy? You hit him when he wasn't looking. And this is what I mean by pay attention to people who are so quick to want to tear other people down. Stop thinking that these individuals got a point. Sometimes niggas don't got a point. Sometimes somebody is just a star that shines so bright he picked up a whole, or she picked up a whole lot of haters. Your biggest haters are always gonna be the people that's some of the people who were once closest to you. Because they're gonna be the individuals that truly know your potential. Never forget that. If you got some other random out there that really don't know you, your real haters are helping them. I promise you. Listen to this fool ass nigga. This nigga, look, yo, listen real quick. Just so we can understand how insane this sound. That's a fake Mike Jones. Shout out to the fake Mike Jones page. Everybody say what's up to the fake Mike Jones page. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, I don't get the new generation or the clout chase. Yo, I don't get none of this shit. Yo, look, listen. Dude is bragging about hitting another guy that wasn't looking. And this is his brag. Listen, this guy, this is the new tough guy.
That's all.
He's also 40 years old.
Fan, I ain't none of that shit. You feel me? I ain't from something. You feel me? I ain't from something. I'm from Jax, cuz. You feel me? Anybody tell you that? You feel me? I came to Jackson High School, cuz. I be came to Sunday High School. Word.
It's a 40-year-old man talking about where he went to high school. Oh, so you're just a Mike Jones. You're not Mike Jones, You're just a Mike Jones. Shout out to Mike Jones. Oh, yeah, we got another Mike Jones in here. That's all. Shout out to that. I'm very happy that that's your last name. I'm happy that's your first name also. Shout out to both of those names and you. Hold on, this dude is all of 40 years old. Listen, this is what I mean. This shit, cloud chasing shit's a whole new level. This dude is all 40 years old, and he's bragging, one, about hitting a nigga that wasn't looking, and two, about where he went to high school. Could we make it a thing to start teaching our children priorities? Could we make that a thing? Could we make that a thing when we're raising children? We also teach them about priorities. Can we make that a thing? No, he went to the concert only to hit dude. That's the only reason why he went there. What up, Anthony Juarez? How you doing, my brother? Could we make that a thing? Could that be a new thing? I'm just asking. What in the fuck? This dude said he went to the concert just to hit him. Could we make this a thing where we start teaching our kids about priorities? This needs to be a thing. This is a grown-ass man, has no understanding about priorities. No understanding. His priority was to go to a show and punch a rapper in the face that wasn't looking. And then to get on social media and tell us about it. Also about where his school he went to, I don't know, 24 years ago? Priorities. Please teach your children about priorities. Please don't think as long as your kid don't die before they turn 18, you did a good job. Please don't think that. Please don't think, yo, at least my kid made it to live to 18, so that means I'm a good parent. Please don't think that. There's people that think that. I promise you, I know people that think that. That no matter what happened to their kid, as long as their kid make 18, that means that they did a good job. That's bananas. Shout out to Jay Hodges. Pull it up into the saloon with the $10 drop. He's already in the saloon. Jay Hodges throws back a drink. He says, I'm going upstairs with the ladies. The bartender says, not a problem. He hands him a bottle of champagne. He hands him some orange juices. Extremely stupid stuff. He walks upstairs to the ladies. Also, no comment, Clint Eastwood eyes. He walks upstairs to the ladies. As he's walking down to get to the door where the young lady is standing in the doorway like this, looking, waving to him. He's walking down to him. He starts doing his happy dance. Ming E shoots peeks out. All you see is a straw. A door opened up like this, a crack, and all you see is a straw come out the crack of the door, and it shoots out a dart. Like this. Ming E drags him into the room. He starts searching all of his possessions. Then he throws him on his back and he drags him to the other lady's room. And then he looks at the other ladies and he says, make sure you take care of this guy. That's not the one I'm looking for. Shout out to Jay Hodges. About to get all of the fake, about to get all of the sexy time while he's half knocked out. Ming E is looking for somebody. He's gonna find him. The door just opened up a little. You see a straw come out in a dart. Let's go. Yeah, Lucky's not paying for bail. Well, Ming on the he's looking for somebody. We needs to find these rat bastards. Just so you know, whoever it is, they're not gonna find it during the morning show. This is definitely Ming E is definitely a Tonight Show storyline. Just Ming, if you're ever in here, make sure you're sitting around if there's ever a petty war. Make sure you're sitting around if there's ever a petty war. We need you. You don't need to be involved in the petty war, but you're going to want to be in the saloon if there's a petty war going on. Let me blow my nose. I'm going to send y'all to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, let's go to a video. Let's go to a feel-good video. But before we go to that feel-good video, shout out to Team Moto Productions as they present a night of laughter with the legendary queen of comedy, Monique, and her friends, June 18th at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh Memorial Auditorium. Get your tickets. Go to Ticketmaster. I'm telling you, when you pull up in there, all of the laughs,
206, yeah, I love my city. Call a couple homies, want y'all come roll with me. Cruising through the city in the 300. Car filled with smoke, cause I blow that dro. Never on the low, I ain't got no tents. Bring a couple Dutches, I don't smoke out of pins. And you ain't hitting this unless you family or friend. Bitch niggas want a trip, though they didn't chip in. I keep a circle small. No offense, but I don't fuck with y'all. So I just proceed to hit gas and breeze through the city, call the town where I lay it down something legal. And we gon' ride out to the west side of Seattle, that's where I hide out. Kick it back to my house, then we can chill. Set the vibe right, set the vibe right. That's right, now roll up. And we gon' ride out to the west side of Seattle, that's where I hide out. Kick it back to my house, then we can chill. Set the vibe right, now tell me just how you feel. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know.
West side nigga in the S5 fifth. Can of flipping cake cause the west side grits. A tap out session, just a lesson from me. We getting tangled in each other, she be wetting my sheets. She always playing games while she messing with me. If a nigga working hard, she caressing my feet. A nigga known to get it, no recession with me. I'm flipping racks and get it back, I'm just a blessing to be. Yeah, out here grinding on a sunny day. Chasing down the racks cause I never make the money wait. I be moving, doing what I'm doing. Never get caught slipping cause I'm tying up the loose ends. Rack after rack, then I see another. Black on black, sitting comfortable in peanut butter. Night vision, and you see the back seats recline. If we ever talking west side, you can see it's
feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I really don't know. Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know.
What up, Stilo Facts? He says, salute Jack Frost, chilling, all of the chilling. Shout out to Anthony Juarez, pulling up in the saloon with the $10 drop, $9.99 drop. He says, no comment, Clint Eastwood eyes. As he walks into the saloon. He can feel that something just isn't right. The energy is off. He goes up to the bartender. He says, hey, you have any new faces around here? Bartender says, none that I can tell you about. He pushes over some sarsaparilla. He pushes it back. He says, let me get a whiskey. Let me get a double. Let me get 2 doubles. He said, you only paid for 1. He said, well, then let me get 1 double. He passes him the whiskey, throws the whiskey back. He says, I'm headed upstairs. Then he looks around the room. He said, there's something off. He looks outside. He sees the haters screaming. No Roger, no rerun, no rent. He says, let me get some donkey bags while I think about this. Should I have sex? Or should I have more drinks? Shout out to Anthony Juarez. Not sure what he should do in the morning. Me, myself, if I was laying next to a woman when I open my eyes, she would also be opening her eyes around the same time on most mornings. I'm just going to keep it clear. Something's off, sneeze. I think we need to get back to more of the storylines where we got ongoing long narratives. That's what we're getting back to. We used to do that more before. We're going to get back to that. We're going to go to long-running storylines in the saloon. So, generally speaking, if you do $10 drops, I'm going to put you in the long running storylines. If you generally speaking, you do $5 drops, that's just going to be for throwing donkey bags and stuff like that most of the time. That'll just, even it out, make it fair. And if it's a petty war of any kind, then obviously if it's just, $5 drops towards the petty war, a couple of cents more, it's just going to be slaps and shit like that. And if there's a lot more, then it's going to be actual big hits. And if it's a lot, and then it's going to be supernatural moves, because that's how that goes. For the people who don't know. This dude is 40 years old and he's bragging about going to a concert to punch some young rapper in the face when he wasn't looking. Then he goes on social media and he brags about it. Okay, for everybody that don't know who Foolio is, isn't Foolio that dude that made the song about all his dead ops? Excuse me. Am I wrong about that or am I right about that? Isn't Foolio the dude that made the music about all of his dead ops? Am I right about that or am I wrong about that? He did do that, right? Foolio was the dude that went and made all that music about his dead ops. So literally, you can't be that guy getting punched on stage either. You can't be that guy getting punched on stage either. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. This dude got a whole song talking about all of these dead ops he got. Now he got punched on stage. So I just want to be clear on this, because this is clout chasing on all sides. This dude is a 40-year-old man. And his claim to fame right now is punching a rapper that wasn't looking in the face. So I want to end this poll right now, because I got a real question to ask. I got another question. I want to end this poll. Is it tough to punch? Are you tough when you hit people when they not looking? I just want to know what people think about this. I hate when I press that fucking button and it skips it all the way to the front of the thing. You said he did that song in response to Ace Youngin, who did the Who I Smoked to. Oh, okay. I mean, in any regard, just so we could be clear, I just think all of that is bad shit to be doing. Just so we could be clear. I just don't think neither one of them are right on this. Yeah, I'm curious. Are you tough when you hit a person that isn't looking? I'm curious. Because every time I see somebody entertain that, to me, that makes me double guess you. You understand what I'm saying? Like if me and you talking and somebody got snuffed and they wasn't looking, and then you talking bad about the person that got stuffed. I'm like, what the fuck? How can you? That nigga wasn't looking. How is he any less tough than he was before he got hit? He wasn't looking. How is the dude tough that's hitting the guy that's too scared to square up? Explain that shit to me. How is the dude that's too scared to square up tough? Because if he wasn't scared to square up, he wouldn't have snuffed him, right? So this is the shit I don't understand. Roogie Hauser said it's a sucker move, but you gotta respect the good snuff when it's not you on the receiving end of one. That's not what we're even talking about, just so we can be clear. What we're saying is that tough? Because my point is, you got, first of all, you should be on your pivot. You shouldn't be getting snuffed out here, just so we can be clear. And that's basically what I guess Roogie House is saying. If you wasn't on your pivot and you out here getting snuffed, it's kind of your fault. I guess that's what he's saying. But remember, dude was performing at a show. Dude was performing at a show. He couldn't have been on his pivot if that is what you're saying. But I'm saying, generally speaking, you should be on your pivot. So I guess that's what you're also trying to add to. I'm not. But I'm just saying, you can't say the person is more tough. That's my point. Like, if you already had a toughness gauge for the individual and you're saying it's not going down, okay, whatever. But you can't say that a person is more tough for hitting a nigga when they're not looking. Can you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, you already know the dude's a tough guy. He just happened to hit that guy when he wasn't looking. I ain't, whatever. But you can't say the dude's more tough. That's what I'm saying. Like that's not a tough move, hitting somebody when they're not looking. That's another reason why I hate the whole stomping somebody when they on the ground thing. I hate that. Y'all gonna catch some attempted murder charges out here like a motherfucker. Y'all just don't know it yet. All of y'all motherfuckers that like kicking people when they on the ground, y'all gonna catch attempted murder charges. Y'all gonna catch murder charges, all types of shit. Watch. You think it's a game. Imagine you in jail, locked up for the rest of your life. And people say, why you in there? Because I was beating a nigga up. I already won the fight, and then I kicked him in the head, and he died. So I got life. If you already won the fight, you could have just turned around and went home. Arthur D. Glass got a great point. Who out here looking to get snuffed when they minding their business? I generally pay attention whenever anybody comes in the arm distance of me. I don't trust a rat bastard. But yeah, I mean, you got a great point. We live in a civilized society. We should be able to walk around and not have to worry about somebody attacking us for no reason. This is a fact. But in New York City, you got people pushing people into the train for no reason. I just seen a photo of somebody walk up. I just seen a video of somebody walk up to somebody. I didn't see the whole video. I saw a snapshot of the video and I saw a description of a guy walk up to some dude that just was walking on the block and shoot him in the back of the head. Like, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. That dude walk up on somebody and just shoot him in the back of the head. I seen some shit a while back. It was a guy on the train. He was just on the train to get up out of his seat. It's like Long Island Railroad or some kind of train like that. Or like the one that the ones that go like from DC to New York and like the trains like that. It wasn't a regular like subway. So the guy just got up to get off and the other dude just walked up and back him and shot him in the head. So this is the shit that's going on. Woogie Hauser says some out-ish that's happened to a cat in the country jail in my area. Shaking my head. Dude was knocked out and dudes just pounced on him over and over. Wow. Anthony Juarez says, hell, I'm surprised it was physical and not shooting. He probably had real security, and that's why dude didn't get killed. He had real security. You understand? When you got real security, it's a win. It's when you don't have real security that's when niggas get shot. You understand? So I think that's what possibly happened. He just had real security. He ain't had bullshit ass. Now I'm not gonna say bullshit ass security, but he ain't had niggas doing his security for him. No. It wasn't nobody from the block. It was actual people who do security for a living doing security. So they gonna beat you up. Maybe he should have brought his fire in the club. No, he's very happy he did not. So that's what I think happened in regards to that, just so we could be clear. These dudes is crazy. Hold on, y'all want to listen to more of this wacko? Let's listen to more of this wacko real quick. He really think, like this dude really 100% think. This dude really 100% think like he did some shit that was worth doing. I'm sorry. I need to look at something else first. Come on, we really doing this? All right. That good old Treyway. Now, if they had Treyway security, he would have never got hit. They had Treyway security, he would have never got hit. Homeboy might have got shot. For real, for real. Homeboy might have got shot.
High school. Where you tripping? You tripping real hard. Bitch, fuck you got going on.
And we getting this from Poetic Flacco page.
No, I beat Foolio ass. I slept Foolio. Slump him. Slump him.
Remember, he
Bitch,
snuffed
fuck you got going on. Cool, girl.
Remember, he snuffed him.
Kata, something in high school. Where you tripping? You tripping real hard. Bitch, fuck you got going on. No, I beat Foolio ass. I slept Foolio. Slump him. Slump him. Slump him. Slump him.
I'm sorry. I just think that's sucker shit. I'm sorry. I just think that's sucker shit. I think that's coward shit. I just think that's sucker shit. I don't know what to tell you. I just think that's sucker shit. To go up to a person who don't know you whatsoever and attack them without them looking. That's what it is. But then to now go on the internet and say that you slept them, nigga, you hit them when they wasn't looking. If you didn't sleep, I don't know if he slept them or not, but if you didn't sleep them, you should probably, I don't know, change your diet. You need you need to add some protein. I don't know what to tell you. But if you hitting people that's not looking, what the fuck? You can't then talk about how you slept them, I guess. I don't know. That's like, do y'all remember when, oh, I got something to say about Meek Mill. Do y'all remember when Meek Mill had the newly had Freeway knocked out? Anybody remember that? When Meek Mill had his dude punch Freeway when Freeway wasn't looking and knock Freeway out. So come on, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Y'all remember when that happened? Dude knocked Freeway out? Say, I 100% has the same feeling towards rappers Shane Snatches also. That's a fact. All that is sucker shit. We should have the same energy towards it. He said he sounds out of breath. How he make it on the stage without passing out? No idea. I don't know. I can't tell you what sucker's gonna do next. I think that's a sucker move. I can't tell you what a sucker's gonna do next. Oh, Beanie Siegel, thank you. Sorry about that. You saw I was stuttering to get the fuck. Beanie Siegel, thank you, Rugi. Appreciate you. Beanie Siegel. Yeah, he got Beanie knocked out. Not Freeway. Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel, not Freeway. Beanie Siegel, not Freeway. I have no idea what you're talking about, Anthony Juarez. Who's talking about being single? I don't think we're even having that conversation. Beanie Siegel. Yes, Beanie Siegel. Thank you. You using the voice text? Who you been talking about being single with? If you're using voice chat, they use a lot of words. Listen, I don't know. Shout out to that shit. Let me be quiet. Yeah, so that same energy is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for all of the I'm not here for the snuffing niggas. Like, it happens, but like, are we really gonna act like, okay, so I know real niggas that snuff niggas before. I don't never hear them brag about this shit. It's just like, yeah, I did it. And then, that's it. I don't hear niggas like niggas that really felt like they had to snuff a nigga, you know what I'm saying, for whatever the reason or whatever the purpose was, that was really tough guys. I don't usually generally see them walking around bragging about it. And then he got Safari jump. That's a fact. Now he talking about free YNW Melly. I'm going to tell you the problem. I've mentioned this before, but this is the problem I have when we say free people who are suspected murderers, and the evidence look like they might have did it. I don't want to say freedom. How are we saying freedom and we're not screaming justice for the bereaved family? For the grieved family, pardon me. For the family. Are we not saying justice for the murdered victim? Even if that person didn't do it, that's what we should be screaming for, right? Should we really be screaming free that individual or find the actual killer? You feel me? So I'm not here for that free nigga shit. I think Meek Mill is off on this. So what is Meek Mill gonna do when all the evidence come out and it's 100% bad for him? Meek Mill's just gonna want us to forget that he said this. Weyerhaeuser says, and Quentin Minna, wait, I see a pattern here. Yeah, he's always sending other people after people. Damn, Meek Mill is always doing some weirdo shit. Fucking Meek, man. Especially if he killed his friends or people who were his friends at one point. See, this is what happened when you have to use street rules. Instead of him doing what he needed to do and figuring out a different way in order to get around this situation so he can't get extorted, he had to kill these niggas because that's what street politics says, right? At least that's what he believes street politics to say, right? There was no other way out for him. What other way did this dude have out? He's being extorted by the people who are closest to him. Yeah, fucking Meek, man. This shit is crazy. I can't know what to tell you, man. Just every time, sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. Other than the Meek storyline that we had, that we was talking about with that damn judge, when else do we even get an opportunity to say anything nice? Usually Meek is on doing some weirdo shit. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm fucking wrong. Usually Meek is doing some weirdo shit. Tell me where I'm wrong. One second. Tell me where I'm wrong. Might still work. I'm doing the thing. I'm sorry about that, y'all. What we at? We at an hour and 9 minute mark. I'm over here thinking about grub. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't eat breakfast. I got breakfast. I guess I can make breakfast. I might have to go get some water from the store though. Might make breakfast. I don't know. I'm over here thinking about breakfast though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna call Meek a loser. Meek's music is actually really, really good. Meek is just a weird nigga. That's all. I think Meek was just raised by a female. That's it. He was just raised by a woman. And Meek, like you see Meek's old pictures, like Meek really came from a bad spot. Meek was in a bad spot, man. He was really in a bad spot. And we don't know what he has to do in order to maintain and keep his spot currently. As you see, we constantly see him with super rich billionaires, and people make jokes that it might not look too kosher. So we don't even know what kind of standard of what he has to do to keep the standard of life up. Shout out to Black Hoodie. He says salute to the Black Spades. He says good morning to Jake Rules, and he's dropping all those rules. So we don't know what's going on with me. You understand what I'm saying? But he just do some weird shit, and him saying release YNW Melly, I just hate that. Like, nobody thinks about the victim's family. Like, there was a victim. Like, so we just... Nobody's going to think about the victim's family, so we just don't give a fuck about the victim's family. Nobody's taking that into consideration. The only thing we're taking into consideration is this other shit, not the victim's family. So I'm not here for it. I'm tired of that this generation that we live in, that we only pay attention to the victim family every once in a while. I'm not saying he's a loser, homie. How can you say he's a loser? He's not a loser. I don't agree he's a loser. I'm not going to agree he's a loser. I mean, I'm sorry if you need me to agree he's a loser. I'm not going to agree on that. If that's you, it's your right to believe that. I can't tell you what to believe or not, but I don't agree on that. So if you need me to agree on that, I want to apologize now. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I am getting hungry. I ain't gonna lie to you. And oof. Anything, anything y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I am not gonna lie. I'm hungry. I need some grub. Need to get some grubs up in me. I think I'm gonna end the show. I got a question. Yeah, do y'all think we should start doing like a evening show, like in the middle of the evening for like an hour or so? Maybe I come online for like 20 minutes, see if y'all want to chop it up about something. I was curious about that. Do y'all think I should do that? Because I've been sitting around the last couple of days, like in the middle of the day, and every once in a while, there's a topic I want to discuss, but I don't want to actually make a video about it. But I'd go live and discuss it with y'all for like 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna start doing that. I think I'm gonna start going live and discussing stuff with y'all. You know, and we're gonna get back to the 10-minute videos, obviously, but I think I'm gonna start going live at more points in the day and discussing stuff with y'all. Would y'all like that? I'm curious. But I don't know. I'm just gonna probably just start doing it, and then we see where it go from there. I appreciate everybody pulling up this morning. Come back to the Tonight Show. Saloon is open. Also, shout out to Team Moto Productions as they present a night of laughter with the legendary queen of comedy, Monique and friends, June 18th at Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts, Raleigh Memorial Auditorium. I'm actually was working on some commercial spots for them and stuff like that. If there's anything that you need, obviously, if there's anything that you need, obviously I made this card. If you need cards like this, if you need anything to be posted on the internet, if you need anything, I made that. This is how my work looks. If you need anything, hit me up, and I'll get to work and we see what we can do for you. With that being said, I'm just gonna get up out of here. I have no idea what Anthony Juarez is talking about, but okay. It's easy to say, yeah, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go like maybe 5, 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, not for long periods of time, but for like short intervals. I think I'm going to start doing that. Maybe we do that and we could get videos up also, because maybe we start doing that. With that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody, just have a beautiful day. Go out there, do something great in the world. I don't know what to tell you. Just go out there, just be great. I mean, it's not that easy, but it ain't that hard. With that being said, whenever you're helping somebody else be the best them that they could be, in that moment, you being the best you that you could be. So go out there and be great. I'm out.